Wow, not a bad view to wake up to. I've just left behind a small settlement called Loch, just back in that direction, and I'm hiking around 5 miles over some pretty rough terrain to spend the night in an isolated bothy shelter here in the Scottish Highlands. So there is no defined way to get to the bothy, but I'm following these farmer tracks right now. So I'll keep following them. They'll hopefully take me up and round, get to the top of this sort of hill here, and then I'll drop down behind that, and that is where the bothy is. So let's go, see how we get on. Man, this is the steepest road I've ever seen. How do people get up this on cars? It's mental. Instantly away from all the noise, and I mean, just look around. It's beautiful. There's pretty much no wind. There's no rain forecast. Couldn't really ask for much better weather, to be honest. A bit cloudy, but supposed to clear overnight. Whew. Just feels great to be out. Tell you what, there's enough bog to bring a man to tears. That is awful, but I'm making good progress, and you can just about see the tip of Loch Eilt just there in the distance, and that is the wee village just there. So making good progress, and I don't think I've got too much climbing left before we descend to the bothy. Just need to make my way through this horrible bog first. This is not actually that remote. There is a road, maybe a mile in that direction, just behind these mountains. But look at it, it feels so isolated. And I'm just surrounded by mountains everywhere. Got some huge mountains up to my right, which look pretty menacing. But you can probably make out my path, just cutting right through the landscape, just there. Actually quite good. I'm surprised there is a path. Won't see me complaining though. It is about 20 past 5 and I've been going for about an hour and a half. And I think I'm about 2/3 the way there. By looking at me, you'd probably think that it's been raining, but it's just so warm. It's about 21 degrees Celsius, which is abnormally warm for this time of year and this time of night as well. But as you can see, the sun is still fairly high in the sky. I think I've got about 2 hours till sunset, which hopefully should give me enough time to get to this bothy. Oh wow, what a view that is. That's pretty amazing. And perfect timing. Look, you can see the train. That is so cool, just alongside the loch. But that is Loch Eilt, I want to say it's pronounced. And it's a pretty small loch, it's only about 5 miles at its maximum length. But quite a famous one. If you've ever seen Harry Potter, the grave of one of the characters, Dumbledore, is on one of those islands on the loch. That train is so loud. That is so cool though. I'm actually at the highest point of today's trip. I came from just over there and I'm now descending down to the bothy. Can't really see a good way, I'm just going to sort of try and manoeuvre my way down. And the bothy is pretty much where that tree line is, just there on the loch side. So yeah, let's go. Let's get down there. You have got to be kidding me. I don't know if you can make that out, but there's actually like a squad of boats, like 4 or 5 of them, just down there, which have just crossed the loch. And that is pretty much exactly where the bothy is. Oh, I really hope they're not going to the bothy, because it's pretty small. Well, I'm not getting on very well with getting down. I genuinely do not know how you get down from here. The bothy is pretty much right there, and I can't head down there because there's just a huge gully. There's like I've already been over to this little bit and there's a huge drop off there. And it's pretty tough to get down there. And those kayaks I saw, there's genuinely about 15 people walking up that river right now, heading towards the Bothy. So I do not know what to do, to be honest. Well, the kayaks have not moved, so it's safe to say those people are staying in the Bothy. There's only about half an hour until sunset, and I saw about 4 or 5 of them cross the river, head into the Bothy, and then the rest of them look like they're pitching tents. So I think I'm just going to pitch up here with this amazing view over the loch. Just looks like glass. It's absolutely beautiful. For anyone wondering if the midges are still bad in September, they are awful. I'm getting absolutely eaten alive right now, oh man. But the sun is just starting to set just over the loch, and it genuinely just looks so beautiful. But I'm gonna get inside, sort my stuff out, and then get some food, because I am starving. Open this up so the smoke doesn't build up in the tent. Wow, what a view that is. Wow, not a bad view to wake up to. Well, good morning everyone. I had such a great sleep last night. By the time I'd made my dinner and sorted everything out in the tent, it was already getting late, it was past sunset, and I can't lie, I was a little bit disappointed that I couldn't stay in the Bothy. But I got some rest, and now that I've woken up, I feel a lot better, and that view makes it a lot easier to take, I can't lie. That is beautiful. Wow. I am running low on water, and I remember seeing a stream somewhere over there, so I'm gonna head over, see if I can top up. Try and dodge all this bracken. There's just so much of it around here, it's weird. And the grass is so thick as well, so a tick's dream, this place. Yep, that is so fresh, just straight off the mountain. Unreal. I get myself in the most random places, like, I wonder if anyone else has ever stood in this ravine. Probably at some point, but can't imagine too many. But look at the view. Outrageous. But I think I should head back up to my tent. I've actually made my own path just from going back and forth to that little stream. So for anyone coming to this Bothy, it's no longer pathless. You're welcome. Well, I am back, and by the looks of things, the kayaks have not moved, and I haven't seen any movement coming in or out of the Bothy, so I think the people in there are still sleeping. So I'm not going to trek down. It's about 150 metres of elevation descending down there, and then I'd have to come straight back up. So I think I'll just leave it, enjoy these views for 10-15 minutes and then I'll pack up my tent. What a great spot that was, just with the view over the loch. As always, I've had a look around just to make sure I've left no trace. You always want to leave the land exactly how you find it. And now I've got about a mile of bushwhacking before I find the ATV track again. But one last look at that view. Breathtaking. Right, let's do it. Ah yes, I've reached the ATV track. Even this boggy mess of a path makes such a difference. Such rough terrain this, it's so hard to reach that bothy. Just with no path it makes it extremely difficult. I'll definitely have to return, but I think next time I'll maybe bring an inflatable kayak and then I can just paddle over, because they were over in 10 minutes and that's how they beat me to it. And it's such a shame. I think if I was half an hour earlier, I would have been able to bag a spot in the bothy, but that's just life. It doesn't always go exactly how you planned, and it's about how you can still have an enjoyable time and make the most of this. And plan B is not too bad, is it? It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to make my way back along this ATV track. I think it's about 5 miles of bog trotting pretty much. I hope you've enjoyed this adventure. Thank you to everyone who watches these videos, and if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do, because it's completely free and it really helps push the channel out. And I'll hopefully see you guys next time for another adventure.